Hello, good morning. So I'm currently going for a walk in the middle of the Black Forest. I mean, it's not the forest here, it's like outside the forest, but I'm in the Black Forest. And before I go back to Berlin for New Year's, I'm spending some time with my grandparents here, and this is where they've always lived. And it's just so nice to come back here and to this place that has always been the same and just has never changed. And I just feel so nostalgic and reflective in a way because yeah, there's just so many memories I have of this place and so many things I did here as a kid. And so yeah, it's a perfect place to come here, spend some time with my grandparents, but also have a bit of an end of year reset and set some goals for the new year and just reflect on the old year and what I want to let go of, what I want to kind of bring into more, what I want to bring in more into my life in the new year. And yeah, it's just going to be a very peaceful time the next few days, so I'm super excited. And yeah, and I'm going to take you along with me and just share some things that I get up to and how I reset for the new year. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. And I always feel so creative here, it's actually crazy. Like, I feel like my creativity levels are on another level here, and that's why I also feel like making a video again, because I was just so stressed and a bit stuck in Berlin, and just there was so much going on that I just didn't feel like filming anything, or also just didn't have the time and capacity, and now I just feel so much space again. Also, look at this beautiful sun and the landscape. I am now back from my walk. It was so beautiful, as I already talked about before, so I don't need to go into it, but I feel alive now. I had a shower also, had some lunch, and now we're ready to head into the city. So it's a small town, and it's super cute town because it has all these shops around this big marketplace and or this town square, as you could call it. And there's some really cute shops, like we're gonna go to a truffle chocolate place and a bookstore. I really want to get a new book. Let's see if I find one. I've been really into reading like young adult fiction books and like a bit of fantasy kind of books. I don't know why, but I just love these sort of books. I used to love them all the time. I started reading them again and they just make me feel so happy and cozy. I can't describe the feeling. I guess you could say that I'm in a very nostalgic, reflective mode right now because I'm doing all of these things that I used to love, and yeah, but they just bring me so much joy, and I think that's a beautiful thing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I bought this book at the bookstore called The Big Five for Life. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so yeah, I'm just hoping that it's going to be a nice book to read, and I think it's especially for leaders and people who own a company, which I don't currently, but I'm very interested in management and all of that kind of stuff, so I think this is going to be a good one. The next book I also have, I bought it a couple of weeks ago at the bookstore, is called Originals. And it's all about kind of how creative thinkers and people who are interested in changing the world in some ways can do this, like with their ideas. And yeah, I have also heard really good things about it, so I'm interested to read it. I've just carved myself out a bit of time to spend on reflecting on this year and what I've done and what I've achieved and how far I've come, but also what has kind of gone not so well. And I'm using this time also then to think about what I want to create in the new year. And yeah, I think this is super helpful. I also got myself some pens, some really fun ones. So, and then I got a piece of paper, just like this, a blank piece of paper. And I'm just gonna write down I'm gonna do it mind map style, like write down my themes for 2023 and like what my focus topics will be for that year. And then I'm just gonna write down some specific action steps that I can take to make it happen and to really focus on those themes and make a difference. And yeah, so, but before I actually get into that, I just want to discuss the importance of reflection, because I think it's super important also to not only plan for the new year, but also think about the year that's just gone and really give yourself a bit of a pat on the back of what you've managed to accomplish in that year, and also some things that maybe didn't go so well and that you can then use to take into the new year. So as an example, you can, hopefully this helps you to think about some of your own examples, but for me, one of the highlights, let's say, was moving into a beautiful apartment in Berlin and together with my boyfriend. This was a really big step, and yeah, it's just making me so happy to have a home and to be able to decorate it in the way that I want, because before that I was moving around, like every year I was moving into a different place, and it's now a lot more settled, which is beautiful and I love it. So that was a highlight. Also starting a full-time PM role, product management role, as you could see in my previous videos, and this was also a big moment for me, and I've really been enjoying, yeah, working full-time as a product manager and learning so much. So these were some of the highlights. And then also lowlights, I have to say the biggest thing for me was struggling with anxiety. I haven't talked about this on this channel, and I'm not sure how much I will talk about it, but it's something that I've really been struggling with, and it's taken a big toll on my kind of level of, you know, like carefreeness. Let's say, how do you say that? Like, I've just been a lot less carefree and been thinking a lot more and worrying a lot more, and I don't like that, of course, and no one likes that. And I just haven't been able to figure out why I've been feeling so anxious. It's something I'm really trying to learn, but also take the time to get better at and to really dive deeper into it. But yeah, this is something that I've been struggling with, and yeah, it's created some not so fun moments this year for me as well. So that was my year. But anyway, I really urge you to think about your year now and like all the things that you were able to do and things you're proud of, and celebrate also those moments and those achievements, because sometimes we just think about the next year and the next year, and we forget to really think about what we've already done and what is in our life now that we dreamt about for so long. I think that's also super important. So just finished my reflection part of my goal setting process and realized what an amazing year I actually had. And now I went for a walk, or I'm going for a walk, just to take a break in between and kind of reset